Welcome back, baby dolls. Very special weekend. You know exactly why. That's right. It's Mother's Day. Today, you're going to take 15 seconds to appreciate the mother you were either born with or some we've had to choose. They love and they admire us all the way to the moon and back. And speaking of the moon, 8 people who have never messaged me before came out of the shadows as soon as PulseChain launched. Let's go, baby dolls. As soon as PulseChain launched, these people came out of the shadows when HEX on Ethereum dropped like a rock. And what do you think they were speaking about? This is exactly what one of them said. They all had the same tone. They said, "Hey, I don't want to put you down because I know you're hurting, but," okay, but. So they're looking at this price. You can see this price, HEX price tanking. Wee, oh, bang, 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 bang. So I was like, what the hell are these people talking about? Have a look at this, baby dolls. I want you to have a look at this, okay? So after they started talking like this, obviously I'm not replying. I don't know who these people are. Coming out of the woodworks. So I realized none of them were aware PulseChain had even launched. They have not been seeing everybody emphatic, cheering, and good vibes. I'm not going to use the word euphoria because you don't actually see euphoria. It's everybody basically kindling a fire. It was like, wow, they're excited, but it's not, wow, drunk off everything. There's a difference. So they also don't know we all got a free Pulse version of HEX copy, PLSX. And it should be worth at least the same value as eHEX. So eHEX is now 3.3 cents. You can see it again here on the far right. See that? 3.3 cents. Hoping pHEX is much higher than that. But even if it's parity, that will be pretty good. But they don't know this. They think everything just got obliterated. So it told me, I now know. Okay, this is not a coincidence. 8 people in one day? 8 who I've never spoken to? Who the hell are you? They must have seen things. They must have heard things around. So now I can tell there are a lot of people on the sidelines. They are waiting for HEX, PulseChain, and PulseX to fail. This is what I like to see because we are now entering cycle 2 for HEX. And I want to know that if I'm in a cycle number 2, I want a good competitive edge versus other cycle 1 coins because it's going to be very hard. This is the edge. I've now seen enough. Enough people are waiting for this to fail. Okay, more to go, more to go. Bitcoin and Ethereum, they don't really have people waiting for them to fail. In the very early days, they did. So this tells you a bit about where we are in the life cycle. This is what you want to see. This is how you know the gains are going to be good. So no surprise to me. This is no surprise, baby dolls. And just to clear things up, people still don't understand this. So I'll tell you this thousands of times. I went into every single crypto community and I picked the most hated underdog. But this is the funny part. Someone asked me, they said, hey, maybe you just picked the wrong one. But this is where I'm glad you asked because I completely forgot. Most of you weren't around when I was telling everybody what I was doing, what I was thinking years ago. No one's around, man. I'm like, oh, wow, I've got 10,000 new plus people. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Love you all. So look at this. This is an expression. If you've got kids around, I won't say this T word. Funny enough, I still had my apples in other communities. But as time went on, it was clear that unfortunately, most of them were a bit poopy. That's the truth. So there are some people, they think, well, because, see, it's funny. This is how humans, we make incorrect assumptions with correlation and causation. So what happens is they saw HEX price going up at some point when we recovered off the lows. And then they said, oh, my friend Somi, who says he's my friend, he was in the community. He just chose this community and he just ignored everything else. I'm like, you could not be more further from the truth than that. I was in every single coin. HEX was my smallest, tiny Ponzi scam allocation many years ago. Tiny. And it grew enormous. And all of the other legit projects went to poop. And I'm like, man, this sucks. Am I going to quit and roll over? No. I'm going to figure out why the hell this happened. Maybe there's edge there. And I did. And now I can come and speak the truth. And it's funny enough, I make videos for you. You don't have to go through what I went through. Isn't that amazing? I saved you a minus 99% and a full cycle rotation and diminishing gains and crushed dreams. So these other communities, they are dog poop. And in this post, I have to use this one recent example. I can give you over 20 examples. I'm just going to give you one. And when you see it, you're going to be shocked. So one DeFi community founder was voting to take $10 million out of the treasury. Do you know what that means? That means we want to take 10 million of the coins you hold. That's the treasury. You hold the coins. We want to take $10 million worth, and then we want to go dump it on the market and take money out of the liquidity pool and dump the price on you. The reason was to go fight climate change. I'm not making this up. This is true. Okay, yes, it's true. So I'm going to single it out. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to hide it from you. Yes, make it down. Cheered by the Ethereum community as an amazing blue chip. Wow, look at all the great things they've done. DAI is so amazing, blah, blah, blah. You can go and stick it. Selling down token value of community members, the bag holders, to go fight a big political battle. That's just straight robbery. I don't care how you say it. You know, I don't even know if that vote got accepted, but this was the founder. So this is what I'm telling you, baby dolls, right? You got to keep your back straight for this one. It's not about the actual final action, the actual final goal. It's not actually about this. It's about the journey. Now, what do you think is going on through the mind of the founder who's thinking? He's actually thinking in his mind, yeah, you know what? This token's down 95%, 90% after 5-6 years. Let's go fight some climate change with everyone's money. What are you thinking? What are you smoking? Whatever it is you're inhaling, please leave some for me. Obviously, it's really, really good and strong, because how the hell can you sit here with a straight face talking to thousands and thousands, probably like 100,000, 200,000 plus people in the community saying, yeah, I'm going to go straight rob you and go fight some political activism with your money, and you're down 90% after 5-6 years? Suck it. How can you do that, man? This is DeFi. This is like one of the pillars, the pinnacles of DeFi. This is actually what they hold up. It's true. I'm not making this up. You can go look at yourself. You can go type in climate change and then maker and go search my Twitter post. You have all the information. You have the actual posts there. So this is what's out there. These people who, by the way, you're probably wondering, why did you single out these guys? Well, you know that guy who said, yeah, I don't want to put you down because I know you're hurting, but yeah. I'm not going to say more, but let's just say someone's a mid-curver. All right? They're out there. I love that these people exist because it means it's still easy for us to win. The last thing I want is to be receiving messages from people saying really good, deep, complex, well-rounded arguments. I don't want to see that. Once in a while you get that, but you don't want to see that like coming at you every day. The fact that it's just like literally crayons written on the walls and fecal matter thrown on the floor, that type of behavior, that's what you want to see. That's how you know it's easy. Okay, so we're going to read this. Look at this. Contrarian investing, baby dolls. This is what we're doing. Contrarian investing gets you the biggest rewards. Why? You are buying diamonds that are being sold for a penny. And it's only cheap because the mid-curves hate it. So here I am telling you, yes, the same person is telling me about, woohoo, yeah, climate change, woo, I'm going to dump your token down. Look, the fact that it even entered the thought of the founder tells you everything you need to know. So we want to steer away from that. The HEX and PulseChain community, there's a lot of controversy there too. Everyone said, well, PulseChain's never going to launch. HEX is going to go down forever. It's a Ponzi. It's a scam. It doesn't work. Nothing's ever going to work. Everything's the dumbest idea ever. And here I am. I literally, mate, if you go all over my YouTube, I have thousands of minutes. one day with thousands of videos. Thousands of minutes of content for you Just go in, just find any of the ones where I talk about Metcalfe's law and the community effect. I have so many of these to tell you. It doesn't matter if this thing was just a JPEG. There's 200,000 people moving around it. Metcalfe's law. It's just that these people sitting on their high horse, they look down on people. That's the truth. You know why? This is how I came to this conclusion. And it's not even like, this is not even controversial to say. It's true. These people, they see a group of people valuing something that they don't value. So then they automatically assume that they are the pure ones because they don't value it. They say, oh, look at that poop over there. That's disgusting. But here I am coming independent. Here I am saying unbiased things. I'm like, well, you on one side believe that the other guys don't have any value, but clearly there's more and more people joining the other community. Joining HEX, going to be PulseChain, going to be PulseX. I'm seeing the numbers. We have it on the blockchain. You see me. Look into hex.com/adoption. Go and look at the numbers. Every day, 30 to 50 people, sometimes 100, sometimes 200. Every single day, even through the bear market. Metcalfe's law, you're going to get a price pump eventually. That's it. You're just growing the numbers. You're increasing the user base. Funny enough, no matter how many times I say that, I know 99% of us, we're all baby doll, baby cakes. We are sugar pies. We appreciate Mother's Day. But the other little 1%, they're just never going to see it. It's okay. You know when they're going to see it? You know when. When they're going to see a big fat green candle and then they realize, okay, maybe something's going on. But that's the game. That's how it works. Okay, so at the end of the day, they've watched HEX go down on Ethereum and they've cheered for it. But I'm going to remember what Sir Johnny Chaos said, and I think it's true, fans. Before I read this, let me know. Sir Johnny Chaos, he just said, he goes, do you really think someone like Richard Hart, out of making all these coins, do you think he's going to let that annoying Twitter troll spam him with the HEX Ethereum chart? Do you think he's going to let him do that in like 1 year, 2 years? And I thought, you know what? That might be the best reason of all just to get long. I go, think about yourself. Would you go spend 3+ years, all of your time, when you have billions of dollars, literally. You have billions of dollars, and now you're just swimming around in this sewer of people and anonymous avatars and all these weirdos, normal people mixing together. Would you waste all your time there just to give ammo to one guy who's just going to copy-paste the HEX Ethereum chart on you? I don't think so. That's why I think it's such a good contrarian play. So look at this. Ethereum HEX. So since day one launch, it's still plus 1,200% against Ethereum. So I know this number, plus 12x. Look. This is enormous. Go find me other coins that can do this. Not many have. Many of them absolutely destroyed. They're lucky to be break even against Ethereum. So this one's up 1,200% against ETH. Against ETH. So don't forget, Ethereum's beating Bitcoin. If HEX is beating Ethereum, you've got the juice here. This is literally the juice. It's showing you there's value here. So right now it's minus 88% off the top. Isn't that brilliant? This is HEX versus Ethereum, by the way. All right, so this is eHEX. Okay, so now I'm going to say to you, I think Ethereum HEX, eHEX, is officially the contrarian play. So now that I've seen everything, I can smell it around. I'm like, oh, well, everyone really wants this coin particularly to fail. PulseChain, they don't care. PulseX, they don't care. pHEX, they don't even know exists. They don't even know it exists to hate them. But eHEX, now they really want this to go down. It's interesting how this works, isn't it? It's funny. I don't know why. Something about it must be when weak hands cheer something down. There must be something that gets sent to the universe that just makes it around the community, where suddenly now the mid curvers are in, and it should be a signal that everybody believes something will go down, but they just can't make it go down infinitely. Right now, it's funny. I get to tell you this, baby. I get to tell you this early. What are other people going to tell you? They're going to tell you this after it works out. They're going to say in 24 months, I go, oh, such an obvious play. I'm lucky I got in. That's what they're going to say when really they didn't, or they bought on the back of a green candle. So don't believe any of the junk. So out of the four, I will say, I think you got PulseX, pHEX, eHEX. eHEX is the contrarian, but I'm still going to tell you, wait for the bridges, and you should own all four of them. Don't pick. Do not pick. One of the most common questions you have is there an advantage to just buying one? I get that common question all the time, and the answer is no. None of the ratios are out of whack today. None. The only reason I even have any edge in telling you that eHEX is a buy, the only reason is because I'm using qualitative information from mid-curves around me. That's it. Qualitative info. So 8 people, think about this, friends. 8 people messaged me, not about PulseChain, not about PulseX, not about the pHEX. In fact, when I told them about the pHEX, they're still ignoring it. They go, oh, yes, but this is down. This is down. They're also saying, I'm not making this up, please. You got to, please. I'm not making this up. There are people actually telling me that pHEX will have no value. Yes, I know. You're laughing right now. Yes, there are people telling me right now that pHEX is worth 0 cents. Yes, there are also people who have been telling me nobody is going to bridge in any money from mainnet Ethereum into PulseChain. I promise you, I'm not going to repeat that again. I'm not making this up. Yes, I've been told this by many people many times. They are calling me stupid. Now, I'm telling them, yes, I am stupid and I am a peanut brain. But how about you just wait 24 hours? Let's see if nobody bridges in. I'm not making this up, by the way. I am in shock just as much as you. Yes, there are people saying this. So that's great. It's great to see. That means there's so many people out there lurking who have no idea. This is our competitive edge. Wouldn't it be great if you had some informational knowledge about Ethereum and the smart contract capabilities back in its ICO days? Wouldn't it be great if you could get Bitcoin when they were still making the logo? That's when Richard Hart got in, around 50 cents. They had not even made the logo yet. That's how early he was. No one knew what the hell's going on. They don't even know is it going to be an orange color? Is it going to be blue? What's even a neutral color? They were still deciding on what a neutral color is, and they decided orange. That's how early he was. So I'm telling you, wow, people think PulseX is going to be 0 cents, and no one's ever going to move money into PulseChain. That's how early we are still. That's great. That's what we want to see. Isn't that fantastic to see, baby dolls? All of these. So you can even see this is the HEX Ethereum chart. HEX Ethereum, right? You can see it's gone down here. You don't have to look at the exact numbers, but you can have a look at. I'm going to make these the full price. You can see the chart's been going up. Okay, it's been doing these bull flags. I think over time we are going to see another leg up. Why? I don't know. Everyone hates it. When's everyone right about anything? Please, you've been in this industry how long already? Everyone's freaking wrong. And 8 people telling me, oh yeah, look at that Ethereum HEX. Yes, it's going to 0. I'm like, come on, man. Come on. So this is what you want to see. You like seeing charts like this. Not many crypto charts can actually look like this, by the way. So this will be fantastic. By the way, if you want to know this distance, this is a log chart. So here, going to up here is a 10x versus Ethereum, okay? I can't tell you how powerful it is to beat Ethereum. That's the only reason you should be in this game. Everything should be charted against PLSX, okay? So you should know this person, right? These people, especially this guy who talked to me like this one person, maybe he's watching this, I don't know. I want you to know he's an Ethereum bull. He's an Ethereum maxi, okay? And I want you to know one thing. He better pray that he doesn't follow me on Twitter or watch my YouTube, because I am going to show him and everyone how high PLS and PLSX are going to go against Ethereum. He is going to witness big, fat, juicy, linear, not log, linear green candles. They want to do linear charts on the way down. We're going to do it to them on the way up. The good part is the bear market's behind us. More people are coming in now. So I pray that he's not watching, because it's going to be very annoying. You saw what I did to the 4 poopy horsemen. It's going to get worse. It's going to keep going. So all these people, they do exist. You sit down, you wonder, where do they come from? They're out there, man. That's it. They're out there. When people decide they don't want to get into a coin, that's it. They look for any reason. So this is the damage that's happened. And look, I've mentioned this for you. Mr. T-Bird has clipped something from me from Twitter to show. Shout out to Mr. T-Bird. I'm just letting you know. Think about this. Don't think about, oh, can eHEX hit $1? Can it hit 50 cents? Don't think about that. I just want you to think about one critical point I'm now making for you. What do you think is going to go through the minds of every single Hexagon, Pulsicon, and PulseXican? Shout out to Mr. Westcott Crypto. What do you think is going to go through everyone's minds if eHEX recovers back to 5 cents? I just want you to think about that. What are people going to say? How's the chart going to look? What is everyone's attitude going to be if that happens? And then I want you to think about what happens if eHEX recovers 10 cents? What if it goes back to the testnet version 3 price of about 11 to 12 cents? Have a sniff of that. This would be enough to make you rethink everything. Everything. They said it was a useless copy. It's going to be worth 0. They said the PulseChain thing's going to be worth 0. They said it's a useless Ponzi. It's going to 0. They said this thing's going below 1 cent. I want you to think about what would happen if that happens. I don't know if it's going to happen, and you don't either. That's the one thing to think about. You want to think contrarian? You think, okay. Everyone says it's going to 0. You think, okay, but what if it doesn't? What if it starts going the other way? This would be enough information for you to make a decision. I got to stress to you as well, please don't gamble on just one of these, okay? I'm letting you know this is my strategy. My strategy is to have all 4. Pulse, PulseX, and then E plus pHEX. That's it. I'm not choosing between any of them. I don't want to choose. The only time I will rotate anything is if, and now, lucky for you, I have the chart for you. We always come prepared. You can go to DEX Screener. So I'm going to show you dexscreener.com, and you can find the PulseX to pulse ratio. This is super important. You want to switch you want to make sure it says 0.28, because this is the equivalent of ETH BTC, right? This is the equivalent of Uni versus ETH. Because if this, basically what you want to do is, if your chart goes up, this is risk on. If your chart goes down, it's risk off. That's how you want to chart it. That's why you put it PulseX to pulse. Because if this goes up, it's like, oh, the community is really bullish on everything. But if it goes down, it's going to be telling you, okay, people aren't feeling it anymore. Something's going on. You know, that's what you want. That's how you want to price it. Same as ETH BTC, Uni ETH, and everything else. So looking at this ratio, the only time I want to play around is if there is a mass exit of these. We're around fair value zone. This is exactly my fair value zone. In fact, I would not even buy here, to be honest. This is just like do nothing. Do nothing. I will only buy if you give me down here, say 0.15 and below. This is where we're starting to get in the cheap zone. This is where you basically, it's daring you not to convert your pulse, spend your pulse, not say convert. This is down here, you'll be spending your pulse and you'll be buying PulseX down here. Okay. And then you might say to me, okay, well, what's the target? Well, imagine it gives it to you down there. I'm going to do this example just so you know what's going on. So let's say there is capitulation. Let's say, oh no, we don't want PulseX. And that happens. By the way, this would be weeks and weeks and months, okay? Let's say you're able to convert some pulse into PulseX. So you're buying PulseX and you were to write it back in. This is enormous. You're going to get 3.5x on your pulse. This is huge, by the way. Absolutely enormous. So what you might do is, let's say you had a stack of PulseX, okay? You had stack of PLS, sorry. You had a stack of PLS. What you would do is, you might say, okay, if it gets this cheap, you can then go, all right, I'm going to take 25%. So say rotate 25% of PLS into PLSX. This is what you would do down here. If it gets super cheap, and what we will do is we're probably stuck for another 2.5 years. And if it gets to the target up here, you're going to have, actually from here to here is 4x. Okay, that's a 4x. This is huge, by the way. That's right. You're going to turn. So what you did was you took 0.25 of your pulse and then you spent it. So it's 25%. I've written 0.25 here. If it gets to the target, you're going to multiply that by 4. So you're going to write 1. What do you like? 1 of what? Well, you now have an extra 100% value of your pulse, which means you've doubled your PLS. This is a juicy way to double your PLS. But devil's advocate, by the time this ratio hits, I'm just letting you know, just being completely honest, by the time the target hits, it's possible it's towards the end of the bull market. So you might not even want to rotate into PLS. It is that possibility, right? Perfect example, Uni versus Ethereum. When Uni peaked against Ethereum, it was like April 2021. It was the top of the market. So yeah, if you look at the chart, the trade, the investment thesis was you'd say, oh, get out back to Ethereum. So yes, that was actually the thing to do. But, you know, Ethereum went down 75% too. So really, the real thing to do was not even to convert out to Ethereum, it's to convert into a stablecoin. But if you keep playing this game, you will get it wrong. I promise you this. No, I have complete guarantee of that. You will screw this up because everybody's going to get out at one area. It's going to do a big triangle and then it's going to pop up again. Bitcoin's going to do it. Ethereum is going to do it. The whole crypto industry will do this. I promise you this. There will be a day, and this has happened already in 2017. There will be times when everybody thinks it's done. Everybody's getting out to stable coins, but strong hands are buying up the top and it flushes it up again. That's something you're going to have to deal with me in 2 years from now. But for today, we celebrate. Okay, so where's eHEX going to go? Wait and see for the bridge, baby dolls. You've learned a lot today. Like, subscribe, bell button, or happy Mother's Day. I'll catch you in the next one.